And thank you very much for coming to the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts to spend this afternoon with us so we can discuss the AFRO GASTRO program that is part of the Black Star experience. We are looking at what culture does through out our country, especially the gastronomy part of it, the food part of culture. You will agree with me that there's nobody living, created by God, that does not eat every day. But what does food do for us? Our food nourishes us, but it also speaks to who we are. I've noticed that across Africa, we have a lot of things in common. In Aflau and in the Volta region, you have a wokula. Other parts of Africa, they call it ugali or pap or salsa. And in all those countries, I've tasted this food and I see that we're one people indeed. Again, in countries that are not on the continent but that have Afro descendants, they too have food that identifies or we can connect with. For example, in Sao Tome, they have cocoyam and contomere, but they eat the cocoyam, not the contomere. In the same way, in Trinidad and Tobago, they have contomere and cocoyam. They do both, but they cook it differently. And I thought that we should have an experience, a cultural immersion of food, music, and anything else creative. To do that, we came up with the name Afro Gastro, so African gastronomy. It's a 2-day activity. The first day, we'll have us having an opening ceremony, talking about what it means to have cultural diplomacy through food. You will agree that you don't have to speak Spanish to eat Spanish food. You don't have to speak French to eat French food. Your tongue just appreciates good food. So we're going to have that conversation on the first day with all our invited guests and the diplomats who are participating in this activity. On the second day is the real eating of the food, the real cooking and eating of the food. And 12 countries are participating, and organizations and institutions are also coming on board. We took the initiative to invite Chef Fela, who attempted the what is it called again? The Guinness Book of Records. And even though she did a fantastic job, the whole country was behind her. She didn't win, but we think she's still a superstar as far as food is concerned. So we've asked her to come and cook real, authentic Ghanaian jollof. In recent times, without a deliberate and concerted effort in promoting jollof rice, it's become that food around which all of us revolve, and also the world is sharing it with us. I've attended a couple of UNESCO meetings around the world, and the first thing they say when I introduce myself as Jifa Gomashi coming from Ghana is Ghana jollof. And I'm thinking, if I had a kitchen, you can imagine the jollof I would have served those people who, through your kind platforms, the world has come to recognize us for. And as for our Nigerian brothers and sisters, they know we carry the good jollof. They know they've given us the title already. They can compete with us on football, but as for the jollof, it's ours. And so Chef Fela is going to do that for us. But we also, as I said, are going to have this experience with musicians. So there will be a live band stand with us on both days with artists Jedu Bleambule, Edem, Go Get Them, and a few young people who are going to perform. Sharifa Gunu is also going to be there. Mr. Simons is going to be there. We want people to experience how the food is cooked and how it is served. You find that in high or fine dining experiences, it can be something that you recognize. It can be potato. We have sweet potato. but the way in which other people serve it is different. Not the cooking, but how it is served in fine dining experiences is different. We want to also have the chefs that are coming from other countries show us how they dish their food, and hopefully there'll be transfer of knowledge and transfer of experiences. We are connecting culture through food, music, and heritage. The Black Star Experience, as I indicated, that this is a part of, is not an event. It's an experience of African people all the time, celebrating what our uniqueness is, bringing together people who identify and can be in tune with how we do everything in between the African space. If AU has not succeeded as much as we wanted to, we want to use the Black Star Experience, the cultural immersion that we offer both our guests and the continent and the diaspora, offer that as a way in which we can bridge that gap that has existed from when AU was formed to today. So the Black Star Experience is all of that incorporated in that immersion that we want to give people. I'm hoping and counting on all of you to participate in this activity, and through your medium, I want to thank all the countries that have expressed interest, especially the African Union that is also coming all the way to join us to do this. And this morning they sent me a message that I should get them their chef hats and their aprons because they wanted a table to also cook their food. Next year we're going to have a bigger collaboration with African Union, and I want to thank all the sponsors, especially the media that has given us such support, and to say that we're doing this for the red, gold, and green with the Black Star, our beloved country. Whilst we cook the food, let's think of ways in which we can support the industry to grow. I want to thank you very much.